Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Yes, I am in my vehicle today. I'm in the car. I've been doing quite a few videos in my vehicle, and just as I'm going, it seems like everything comes to mind as you're taking a drive, and just want to share it, guys, real time versus later, and it's a good company. So let's talk about this for a few minutes. We live in such a sexually charged society. Women are under pressure or are gently nudged, if you want to say that in some cases, that there's a certain way to be attractive, and sexy is the new modesty. Okay, sexy and being sexy apparently is the new modesty. I remember a while back I spoke about this in another video. I went to a church, and now the way that I've always, at least the Lord brought me to dressing, is modestly. Okay, so I'll wear a dress, and my dress would be, below my knees. Not old dowdy dresses for my age, at least, but just conservative. Maybe I'd have heels on. I would wear pantyhose with them, things of that nature. What I did not wear pantyhose with were still a nice length. The whole thing that the Lord brought me to was learning to dress modestly. Okay, He changed some things about me. Excuse me. With that being said, there's some things, like some ways that I dress, but I just didn't go too far in certain areas. But still, as I came to with Christ, the Lord began to show me, nope, that's not going to work. And He just began to just change my mind about things and dress me well. Well, I was in a church where, to be on their praise team, they began to tell me that my clothing was, it wasn't a bad way that they described it, but basically I need to dress down. And from what I could see was, well, I can move from what was acceptable. They didn't tell me specifically to wear these things, but I decided, okay, I can go business casual or something like that. That was as far as I would go. But what was the norm would have been, what would have been the norm would have been, from what I saw, you can wear very fitted clothing. You could have things with chains hanging off in the back, or rips in the front, or high heels with this tights. Type of thing was what was in the pulpit, but me wearing a dress was like, So sexy is the new modest. And so we're in a society where people are getting dolled up, getting sexy, doing all these different things, and just everything. Like, I look and I see young people wearing, things, young girls, midriffs out, their bellies out, their back is out, their butts out. You could look straight up between their legs almost. You can see, as you go up higher and higher in a woman's thighs, the softness, the look of it, everything changes. It either gets lighter or it could get darker, depending on your skin tone, depending on your complexion. And so it's very interesting, guys, to see women that they don't have any problem displaying the deep, far reaches of their behind, up between their thighs, their breasts are out. But then if a man speaks about it or comments on it, it's harassment. If someone, I've watched, seen commercials, ads that's on YouTube, and it's so vulgar, the way, you know, the women may be on there talking about feminine products or things of that nature. And it's just, you know, you'll be on the internet, you're hearing things about poop and your butt crack. I mean, this is the way women are speaking. And, you know, I'm going to just say, you know, vagina, you know, be nice to your vagina. I mean, this is the way women are speaking. These are the commercials. I'm sure you see them. But if a man was to say, hey, how's your vagina? You know what? That's going to be a problem. And as women, we've got to kind of decide, because here's the thing. If we put it out there like it's just okay, let's talk about your boobs and your breasts and your vagina. If it's put out there like it's public conversation and we can talk about it, okay, then why is it a problem if a male comments on it? There's a hypocrisy there, guys. There's a hypocrisy. There's a lot of times, especially people, they want to be feminist and they say, I'm feminist, but then you're not feminist. You're not a feminist. You are hypersensitive. You go into damsel in distress mode very quickly. When someone does the same thing you say, I can talk about, as these individuals will be like, I could talk about my boobs and my butt, and I can say vagina, and I can say everything, and I can say breast. But if someone else says it, you present it, you toss it on the table like some cards out there. You address yourself in this way that is sort of appalling and shocking. People can be taken aback. But if a man speaks so casually about you, describing you, then it's a problem. So then what do? You go into damsel in distress mode. Oh, you said that. No, you got to man up if you want to do things like a man, or in a way that is not even just that, not even like a man. I digress on that. I take that back, because not even men really, it's more common you hear men talking about stuff, certain things, boys, men, when they get together. But you don't even see men. Men are more dressed, fully clothed than women these days, all right? And so, guys, what I'm trying to put out there is this. There is a mindset that many women have, and some may not even be feminists. Some of them may just simply be, I'm comfortable with my body and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. But you have to realize, when you get out there in the world, your cause and what you mean really does not matter to the world at hand. What do I mean by that? You may go out there because you want to be sexy for a specific demographic and person, but understand that you're still going to draw other types of people. The way you may draw that man or that group of the type of people that you want to get attention from, you're also going to draw the sinister. You're also going to draw the attention of the dangerous. You're also going to draw the attention of the kidnapper, the murderer, the rapist, the men who are disrespectful towards women. So just as you may get the attention of that individual, that group, the demographic you want, you may get the desirable attention and outcomes. Always be mindful that you also would draw another type of individual. One that lacks control. One who has mental, and when I say mental, not people who are maybe struggling with things and they're working to get better or are improving day by day. I'm talking about the ones that they are in their mind, they are harmful to people. Mental in the sense of you dressing a certain way means to that person, they believe you put on that outfit for them and that you want them to have sex with you. You want them, they want you to have sex with them. They want you. There's a crazy, totally disturbed group of individuals that's that way. There's a person who will look at someone in this outfit and he or she, because women can do it too, will have this mindset or something going on in their head where they're imagining not only violating you sexually, but doing something to you very harmful, hurtful, deadly, fatal, in the process. There are people who will just be looking at your legs and all they're thinking about is fantasizing about just your legs, and that's all they want on your body. They just want to take your legs off. I'm not trying to be vile and trying to scare people, but this is the reality of the world that we live in. What does this mean? Do you go around being scared and being afraid? And do you go around saying, well, you can't wear your favorite clothes because of a person who has issues? What I'm saying to you is, you lock your car, don't you? You lock your car. Depending on where you are, you lock your car. You don't go to sleep at night with your windows open. Now, there's people who live in different parts of the world where they can do that because they live in a different society. But do you go and use a bathroom with the door open? You lock it, don't you? I mean, because that's pretty much what that is. There, you value your vehicle. You protect it, you cover it, you keep it. You don't just sit and squat outside and use the bathroom. Most people, you don't. I'm not talking about people where it's a norm for your society. I'm talking about most people, you don't. You value your furniture, you value your carpet, you value your jewelry, so you lock it up. You value your PIN number because you realize it's not that you're thinking everybody's a thief, but this is something that should not just be open to public. So why is it that when it comes to the body, when it comes to certain parts of yourself, I'm not telling you to be completely covered up from head to toe, but there is this vulgarness really that is out there where I can literally see a birthmark under a woman's butt cheeks out in public. It's just this thing that's happening. And I just want to bring you to the reality of the bait that you put out there. You can always pull in more than you ever imagined. If you lock your vehicle, if you zip your zipper up on your pants, and if you understand the importance of protecting your home and your house and your valuables, then how much more value is your body and your safety, guys? Yes, there are people out there that will rape someone and hurt someone that's fully dressed. They're sick. Absolutely. And that's my point. I will tell you something as a believer in Christ. And if you are a Christian especially, and you say that you are of God, then you know that our battle is not against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, and spiritual wickedness in high places. So what does this tell you? There is an unseen force out there that really, all the crimes and the heinous acts that you see is a result of things that happens first in the spiritual realm. And so therefore, you have to understand, and as a child of God, you understand that when you are out there trying to play the devil's game and trying to do things like the rest of the world, but then you're asking God to protect you while you continue to put yourself out there, you open up yourself, you turn the face, or you grab the attention of the powers of darkness. And so they will maneuver and work through someone to bring you harm, whether it's emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. There's danger and harm in it, guys. So I always say to the young ladies that's out there, you know, the most precious diamonds and the most precious stones, you find them in a certain vault, a certain place. It can only the best buyers can even go back to these places. When the mines and in these places where they find them, they are covered before they are discovered. And even then, they cannot be handled by everyone. And so your value is really shown in how you dress yourself. There's something inside of you You have to realize your value goes down where everybody knows what every nook and cranny of your body looks like. The only thing is there's a small little strip of material, short materials that covers up certain parts of you. You may get more attention, but it is not the attention that you may want. And always remember that you're going to draw others who are sick, who are sadistic, who are wicked and evil, and even those who are jealous. Not only will you draw the attention of men, but you can also draw the attention of women who are shattered, who are broken, who are hurt. And some may even try to befriend you and set you up, or just do evil, or just bring negative energy, if you want to call it. Bring evil with them because their heart is not with you. Always do an inventory of your motives and why you're doing things. Why do we have to see so much of your butt and your legs and know what your cleavage looks like? Why is it that people will know firsthand you have a beauty spot up your thigh before they even know what your favorite color is? You may say in your mind you know why you're doing something, but when your physical body is up for grabs and it's easy to access it, not even a movie can you watch it without paying for it. How do we get free access? How is it an open door, free visuals on what should be most sacred? Your body, your person. Some people may not agree with it, guys, but I just want to say that those coy games and what you may think is just your own decision, when you're out in a public world, you are susceptible to the mindset of people who has a whole different mentality, and you are subject to them. Simply meaning the attention that you want to grab, you're going to get the positive, and you're also going to get the negative, and you're going to get the undesirables. And sometimes, unfortunately, the undesirable attention, they don't understand boundaries. They don't care, because they feel that if you're out here being naked and you're out here flirting, that it means what they plan to do to you or plan to bring to your door, to your life. It's something that you asked them, and it's something that you wanted. Be led by God in your life and really take inventory of why you do things, because a lot of times it boils down to simply wanting attention. And so you have to ask yourself, why do you want that kind of attention? And do you not have enough of yourself to simply be able to be yourself without putting up, throwing bait out there? And if it's a norm for you, ask yourself, where did you learn these things from? A lot of times society, TV, probably even those that's come before you, they throw some things out there. You discover, you learn you're pretty, you realize you're gorgeous. Someone has told you that, and you believe that. You see it on television, and now you can use it. Someone may teach you how to use it, even exploit it for your own advantage. Is that God's way? Is that what you want to be known as? Because remember, beauty is for a while, and you have it now, but eventually it will fade. And what else will you have? And the last thing I will tell you, there's always someone that's going to be more attractive than you. Way more attractive than you. And you don't want to be where people just know you for your body and what you look like, because when that begins to change, or when the next prettier thing comes up or comes around, you'll be easily forgotten. Because what would that leave you? Where does that leave you? All flash, no substance. If someone already knows what the very bottom of your butt looks like, if they know such a deep, intimate thing about you, why would they waste time trying to learn anything else about you? Because you're already showing them deep things with absolutely no sort of, they didn't have to work for that. You just walked in the place and they saw it. And whether you believe it or not, even though you may get the desired attention that you may want and you desire, there's so much more that you're losing out on. There's so much more that you're getting with it. There's another message, another message that's being conveyed that speaks more louder than anything that you may want others to believe about you. Ask yourself why. Who taught you the things that you were taught about your body? Why the exposure? Now that you've realized you have a wonderful shape and you have beautiful legs and you have a nice set of breasts, why is it important that now that is being now marketed to get what you want? The Bible talks about the strange woman in the book of Proverbs. The strange woman never comes out on top. She flatters. She draws people to her. But her end is destruction. Not only for the people that comes into her life, but she also brings destruction to herself. Allow the Lord to deal with your heart and show you maybe why you dress the way that you do, and help and allow him to change your heart and your mind. And what he will do, he'll begin to adorn you and to dress you beautifully. And you will save your shape and those parts of your body for someone who you're supposed to be with. Let him enjoy it. Think about all the men that you know, or all the people that you have met in your life. How many people in the world that's already seen all up and through your thighs, your legs, your butt, your breasts? That's how many people know what your breasts look like. How many people know about that beauty mark you have on your leg? How many people know about that birthmark you have up your thigh? To you, it may be normal, but the general public should never know such things about you. It is not the norm. It is not something that we should be proud of. That everybody knows what between your thighs looks like. Everybody knows how dark the very bottom of your derriere is, your butt. Everybody knows about the birthmark you have by your navel. You become a public object and spectacle. Understand this. Satan will always give you the illusion by showing you how many heads you're turning and how many people are looking at you. But he does not show you how much you are actually, how much you're actually degraded in that process. Guys, I'm going to stop here. Trust me, there's a higher price that is being paid. When you put yourself out there, uncovered, when you have that attitude like, oh, it doesn't matter, it's my body, it's an illusion. Because truly, what you're giving out, and when you're covering yourself and everybody's just seeing all of that, believe me, guys, you're giving away so much more. And you immediately put yourself on clearance when you have that mentality and that mindset about your very own body. All right, guys.